I'm Eden and I'm talking about research. We used a combination of different tools and resources to help us with research. We started off by using online search tools like Google and Bing to research things like thriller genre conventions. This was useful to us because we got an insight into what makes a good thriller. We also use these sites to give our film a rating, so we use websites like bbfc.co.uk to give us a general idea on how thrillers are usually rated. It also gave us guidance to the typical thriller genre target audience. We often used the college VLE to guide us through the work, as our teachers would often upload useful documents that made it easier for us to keep up to date with our blogs and do everything to the best of our ability. We use things like PowerPoint and Word to present our work in a neat and organised way, and so that we could upload it to the blogging site Quack, as it was a simple and easy way of blogging and keeping log of everything we had been doing whilst we were in the editing suites. This also kept all of our work in one place, and so we could easily access our work and see what was missing.
I'm Wesley, I'm talking about filming. During the course of our media production, we used a variety of equipment to film and capture footage. In addition to this, we used some sound capturing equipment to record voiceovers and to record additional sounds that we would use in our final film. The camera that we used was a Canon 450D. We used this to capture footage that we would then use or decide not to use when we began editing and producing our final product. The equipment that we used to record ourselves was a Rode NT14 and a Marantz. The Rode was what we used to capture the sound, and the Marantz was what we used to store the sound. We would then take the captured sound, put it onto our computer, organize and name the files, and then place them into our film.
I'm Pascal, I'm talking about editing. We use Adobe Premiere Pro as our editing software for our post-production. This software was useful because we were able to string our clips together with a jump cut between each one. This gave our piece a thrilling edge with each transition as the screen flicked quickly between camera shots. The font for titles were found online on a website called DaFont. We then used After Effects to apply our typeface to a black background and give it visual effects to make the font appear on the screen as if it had been typed out. This would later complement our soundtrack. We also added a brief flashing effect to the title whilst it was typed out. This gave a thrilling lightning storm effect and was more grabbing to our audience. We also used the same design and visual effects on our logo, which was also our working title.
I'm Max and I'm also talking about editing. For our soundtrack, we started with a basic music track called Sunset at Glenhorn. We found this on Incompetech, which is a copyright-free sound website. This backing music was perfect because it's slow-paced, eerie and not overpowering, and therefore we could use additional sound and it could still be heard. For example, we needed a typing sound of a keyboard to match our character's action and also the titles as they were typed out. We used sound bridges of office noises such as a photocopier and repeated phone sounds to fill the gap between some voiceover works of radio broadcasts related to our character's situation. Adobe Sound Booth is the program we used to tune the old telephone voice effects to our liking and apply them to the voiceovers. This made them sound more realistic, as if the sound had actually came from a radio speaker. Radio static and interference sound effects help to bring the radio voiceovers to life and make them sound believable.